Hey everybody, I appreciate all the support and feedback over the last 2 weeks. This week I've decided to give my testimony. Now I could do a real huge video talking about all that God has done for me, because I really believe my blessings are as numerous as stars, because God has done a lot for me. So I'm just going to give a shortened version. As a small child, I was like any other kid. I loved playing sports. Actually, my favorite sport was baseball, which is kind of funny because as I got older, baseball was probably my least favorite sport to play. But when I was a kid, I loved it. Nothing against it. I guess I found basketball and soccer to be better in my interest. Well, when I was about 10 years old, I had a kidney disease called nephrotic syndrome. What that means is that there was a strep throat virus in my body. And instead of attacking my throat, it attacked my kidney. And I had many complications with that. I was very sick. I really couldn't do anything active or not. I kept relapsing, relapsing, remission. But God brought me through that. And when I was older, I had a chest surgery. It's called a pectoral excavatum. What that means is I was born with too much bone in my chest wall, and so instead of being straight, it naturally curved in like this. And they put in a bar and tried to fix it like that. And I had that surgery in between my freshman and sophomore year of high school, but I was pretty big then already. So my chest wall was basically pretty much developed, so it kept bending the bar, and then one night the bar snapped and shot through my lung, which is a very traumatic and painful experience. Probably the most pain I've ever been in my life. But the doctor said that because of that, the way my chest is, it pushes against my heart and my lungs, and I don't get enough oxygen. They said I could never run more than a mile, but I wore the shirt for a reason. This is how I finished a half marathon. 13.1 miles. I don't brag about my running, but since the doctors say I couldn't, every time I run, I think it's glorifying God and like stomping Satan in the face, because I can keep on running. I enjoy it. My favorite thing to do is just run a trail and meditate and pray. If you ain't closer to God, just take a 5-mile run up a hill out in the middle of nowhere. But that's the things he done for his health, but most importantly is what he did to my soul. I spent my whole life in church, but I never really gave him my whole life. I figured Sundays are good enough, right? And a lot of people sadly had that misconception. I didn't give him certain areas of my life. I never really gave him my whole heart or my whole attention. I still want to do my own thing in certain areas. Nothing bad, but I didn't give him everything. I wanted to do things my own way. Stubborn. I was very stubborn. But I was graduating from high school, and then my life started falling apart basically. There's a very terrible family situation that I had no control over, and something else came up, and we actually lost the house that I grew up in. And it seemed like everything was falling apart. I had a full-time job. I was a full-time student. And I went to hear my friend sing at this church, and I heard this song about the cross. And I just thought about why I could hear God speaking to me. I don't need to carry this all alone. Why don't I give this to Him? And ever since then, my life has been filled with blessings. That night I gave Him my whole heart, my failures, my shortcomings, everything. And I've been nothing but blessed. I really don't get what people think they can do this without Jesus. I would hate to have my life without Him. And He's everything. He's blessed me so much. My wife, my job, my house, everything. My heart's desires and more. And I've just kept growing since that moment when I gave Him everything. And the sky is really the limit. I put these videos to inspire, because it's my heart's desire to share the gospel with many people as possible. To let them know there's hope in any circumstances. There is light and love in every situation, and that is Jesus Christ. There is no other way. You can't do it your own way. One of the probably the most popular verses in the world is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And people just seem to don't really get the meaning of that. It says you can do not some, not what you're good at, what you think you can do, but all things through Christ. That's the important part, through Christ. Not your self-will, not on your own, not your failures, not your strengths, but through Christ. He is my everything. And that's why I started doing this. It's really my desire. And if you're listening to this and you haven't given your whole heart, just drop to your knees and say, Lord, take everything, take the good, the bad, and everything and mold me. Without Jesus, you're not going to make it. Thank you for your time. If this inspired you in any way, please share to your friends. I really do appreciate all your feedback.